Hello, everybody, and welcome to New Light for Dummies. I thought it was only appropriate to do that sound to mimic Saint 14, who is a Titan, because I'm playing on Titan today. The entire point of this video is to go through basic tips and tricks for those who are just starting to get into Destiny 2. There's a lot to the game. I've played this game for 7 years and I'm still learning new things here and there. So first things first. Um, this is the character screen. You'll be seeing this screen a lot through your time here in Destiny. Um, you have everything from weapons here, which you can adjust the perks, which then, if you can see in the bottom right hand corner, affect how they actually perform. Right? And if you hover over a particular aspect, it will tell you what kind of what stat it is. You also have the ability to improve a particular aspect, so in this case it'd be handling. And you also have the ability to infuse the weapons to get their power level up. Now, one way that I can show this is, let me go to my inventory manager, DIM, not sponsored, by the way. And I'm just going to grab this item here. Right. So, noticing that this is power level 182. Oops, I don't want to equip it. But... So yeah, here we go. Power level 182. I want this weapon to be up in stats, or in power. So, one way I can do that is I take that bow that I just grabbed, and I dismantle for infusion. Boom. And now, you see, it is power level 256 instead of 180 something. So yeah, that can happen with weapons. It can happen with armor, as you can see here. So you got the weapons. You have, I should probably actually do that too. Mod sockets. I typically go with counterbalance to help with recoil control and whatnot. I can actually change the appearance here and equip that. And do the combat flare. So you got that fun stuff too, cosmetically. So there we go. There's that weapon. So those are for legendaries and lower. Now you have exotic weapons. Exotic weapons have their own particular intrinsic traits, and in some cases also have a catalyst. How to acquire the catalyst varies. Typically, though, once you get the catalyst, in order to actually unlock it to use it, you have to do a certain challenge. That challenge will appear right here. Again, with exotics, you have the ability to infuse them. And then you have, again, weapon perks right here. Most of the time, exotics do not have changeable perks. Alright, so they're going to be basic and they're going to be one-offs. But Sunblast, for example, is not seen on any other weapons. So that is very particular to Sunshot. Mere example. Again, you do have some cosmetics available if you kind of see the appearance here. And then you can preview various... Oh, I kind of like that one. That one's a new one. You can preview the ornaments. Right? Okay. So far, so good. Cool. Nobody is even in here. So this is recording and streaming, but nobody's in here. It's fine. We're moving on. So you got kinetics, energies, and heavies. Those are the three slots. The kinetic slot can have a stasis, strand, or regular kinetic weapon. A regular kinetic weapon will not have that little icon, whatever it is, next to it. Energies are always going to be light-based, so you have solar, void, and arc, which I don't have in my inventory right now. And then same kind of thing with heavies. However, heavies can have all of the different archetypes. So, strand and stasis, and then all three light subclasses as well. Shells you don't really have to worry too much about. This is cosmetic. You do have the ability to upgrade them and insert various mods to help. So for example, right now I increase my glimmer gain, which I don't really need to do. Oh, this is new. So, see, I'm learning stuff as we go. You have the ability, it looks like, to make it so a particular armor type is dropping. So gunner, bulwark. Cool. So I'm gonna now get more bulwark dropped items. It's gonna have a higher percentage to drop the bulwark armor. And what I mean by that, fun transition, is over here, the new armor. Starting from now on, a lot of the armor pieces will drop like this. So if you see, we have a Grenadier armor archetype. So that means a lot of the statistics are going to be based in grenade and super, which you can see in the little symbol there. So when I equipped that bulwark for my ghost, you'll notice it will be more health-based and class-based. These statistics right here. I'm throwing a lot at you. Please bear with me. If you need to pause and go back, you're more than welcome to. I will try and keep this as comprehensive as I can without missing anything. So yeah, armor-wise, you'll notice that each armor piece has a various role of statistics. These statistics, and again, you can hover over them and see what each one does and the current level that they are at. So yeah, you got the basic stats for the armor, and then for the new armor in particular, you'll notice that it has only 3 things populated as of right now, but as you upgrade it, those values will increase. So if we go here, you'll notice, oh, there's 1 for the other 3 that don't have anything. So if I do that, boom, now they have 1. If I do this again, it'll do 2, so on and so forth. The new armor pieces, the one with the blue ribbons, you do have the ability to get another different power-up or boost, whatever you want to say, bonus. So if I have 2 TechSec armor pieces, whether that be plate, legs, helmet, so on and so forth, if I have 2 pieces, I will get this bonus, where I deal significantly increased kinetic damage to shields, overshields, vehicles, constructs, so on and so forth. So with the new armor, pay attention to these 2, because if you only have 1 piece, you're not going to get a bonus. So the reason that they do 2 or 4 pieces is because typically you'll have an exotic armor piece taking place. So that leaves 4 legendaries left. So you can do 2 and 2 and get 2 different bonuses, or you could do all 4 and get both bonuses here. So you could get both the Wrecker and the Concussive Rounds if you equipped all 4 pieces. So yeah, there's a lot of customization available to you. Definitely look down here in the artifact. You can acquire various bonuses and boosts as you go through the season. This changes each season. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because that's likely subject to change. It is subject to change. Okay. Final and probably the most important piece of this character screen. Your subclass. Now, Prismatic is a newer one that allows you to go ultra custom, and you go through all of these. Alright, so I'm not going to spend too much time there. I'm going to start here. You do have the ability to save loadouts anyways. Alright. So, subclass. In this case, I have a solar one equipped. So if you look here, you have all of these different subclasses that you can do, each one with their own various abilities and customization. That was weird. Alright, solar one. So I have the Hammer of Soul equipped instead of the Burning Maul, because I like to throw massive hammers at people. I have the Towering Barricade, have the strafe lift, the throwing hammer, thermite grenade. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of reading, but read. Read. It will help you a lot. So, for example, the strafe lift allows you to have directional control, whereas the catapult just has a strong initial burst of momentum. So, definitely read. They have the key points in blue for you. And that will help you out a lot. I can't stress reading enough. I know it's a lot of reading, but it will help you build your class out to how it best suits you. So, in this case, I have two aspects. So you have your abilities, which include the stuff that you'll see in your HUD, and then you have aspects which kind of go on in the background. So in this case, Roaring Flames allows me to have final blows with solar abilities, increase the damage of solar abilities. Sol Invictus allows me to have solar ability final blows, Hammer of Soul impacts, and so on and so forth. My abilities, they create sunspots, and my abilities regenerate when I'm standing in a sunspot. I might actually change this Roaring Flames one to this. Let's see. While sliding, activate charge melee to launch a wave of solar energy forward. Scorching targets are in front of you. While airborne, activate your charge melee again to slam. Oh, interesting. I don't think I need that. I like how it is. I'm not going to fix something that's not broke. Alright, so with the aspects, you'll notice right below it says Fragment Slots 2. Fragment Slots is this section right here. And again, read. There are a lot of various fragments. A lot of them. So read, see what kind of builds off of each other. So you can see here, Radiant and Restoration effects have an increased duration. You'll see the pop-up on the side there. It says what Restoration and Radiance is. Powered melee attacks make you and nearby allies radiant. So there we go. So every time that I use my powered melee or my throwing hammer, I become radiant, which has a longer duration because of my Ember of Solace. So now you can kind of see how everything kind of builds off of each other. So every time I throw this, I make me and my allies radiant, which has a longer duration for me. Defeating scorched targets grants melee, creates a fire spike. I apply more scorch to his targets. I do want to change this one though. Although no, I like that. I'm not gonna try and break something that's fixed. So that's kind of how this works. The best thing that I can say for you to do is to play around with it. Play around with different abilities, aspects, fragments. See what works best for you. Because what works best for me, right here, is very different than what someone else might have. So, keep that in mind. And then, so back to melee. That powered melee that had the throwing hammer, right here. Solar melee. That is with this. So you can see my melee cooldown, the cooldown between each throwing hammer, is set to 1 minute and 7 seconds. That's how long it takes for it to come back. So there's an example as to why these stats are important. I would say, are there any questions, but I don't have any current viewers. So that's the character screen. Very important. You'll see it a lot. You'll play with it a lot. I will show you guys kind of it in action as I go through some stuff that I need to get done here. As we go down into customization, this is where a lot of it helps you become more you. So you have different emblems, which are in collections, different vehicles, which are also in collections once you've unlocked them, ships, so on and so forth. So you see that the Sparrow's behind me. This is my ship. Back down here. In here, you can do the drip. So here's an example of what my character looks like with the full set on. I can now go into each piece and adjust how it looks. It does not impact performance, just how it looks. So I can change the shader of each individual piece if I wanted to. Mess around with that. I could also change how it actually structurally looks, so on and so forth. Yeah. So you'll spend hours here perfecting your Destiny drip. Trust me, you will. Destiny players take drip very seriously. Very seriously. And then you have your finishers, which I'll show you here once we actually go do some gameplay. And then emotes, which are on various wheels, and unlock them here. Okay, that's the character screen. A little less important, you also have your inventory screen. This will show you all of your items that you have, as well as the various consumables that you have for in-game currency. And down here, stuff that you can unlock or dismantle. Journey, very important, more or less. Titles. So if you see at my character, I have Flamekeeper. That is called a title. And titles are acquired through these bits up here. So I said Flamekeeper, it's this title right here. So if I view the contents, I have completed all of these challenges in order for me to have the Flamekeeper title. Once you've completed all of those, you can hit equip. Any of them down here you can no longer unlock. However, if you unlocked them previously, you can equip them. Makes me kind of sad because I really wanted the Queen's Guard title, but I did not end up getting it in time, unfortunately. Triumphs and titles are kind of hand in hand. Seasonal challenges you don't have to worry too much about. That button takes you to this screen. There's various ways to get to this screen, but this allows you to actually complete challenges for you to get leveled up throughout the season and get some bright dust as well. The actual journey, or the progress, the rank progress. These are also challenges, and here you read the challenge and take a peek. You can click on it and track it. Maybe. Here we go. Yeah, so right now it's being tracked. I have to defeat targets with the exotic weapon. 3rd iteration. Okay, I know what weapon that is. That's this season's exotic. I can do that. I can defeat targets with 3rd iteration. And once I've done all of these challenges, I then go to the tower and level up. So yeah, there's Journey. Collections is where you can go into each folder and see everything that you have unlocked and everything that you have yet to unlock. Or stuff that you've not even discovered yet before. So yeah, there's that here. Same kind of thing here, just basic statistics of your character, or your player, really. And then if you are in a clan, you'll have clan information pop up here as well. That is the main character inventory screens, whatever you want to call that. So there you go, goes back to Journey. Alright, this is new for this season and onward. Open the portal. This is where you'll end up doing solo stuff. If you're in a fire team, you can do fire team stuff. Pinnacle, Crucible, so on and so forth. This is one way that you can get to that stuff. In this instance, if I wanted to do something solo, it will tell me kind of what will end up dropping, depending on how well I do. I'm not the biggest fan of the portal. That is a funky change that I'm not the biggest fan of, but it is what it is. But you can conduct these and get stuff that way. Seasonal Hub will take you here where you can complete challenges to get weekly rank ups, to get more goods. You obviously have the tower button here. Events will pop up here. So in this case, the Solstice event is here. I can click on this, take a peek at how I'm doing in the Solstice event. Page through these. I can get items if I have enough stuff. I actually need to unlock class items. Perfect. So I will take a look at those here shortly. I need to go to the reward pass. So this is basically the battle pass, for the lack of a better term. You can unlock rewards as you rank up. Ooh, I actually have a lot to claim. Yeesh. I have a lot to claim. Yikes. Okay. Right on. So there's that. The store is silver is actual IRL currency. So if you wanted any of these, you'll likely have to pay in-game currency. Bright dust can be acquired for free, and these items down here and in the Bright Dust store will cycle weekly. So definitely check back each week if you have Bright Dust. There might be something good for you here. But this is like the shop for actual monies. Actually, I've not seen these pieces yet. That's actually kind of sick. I like the chest, but that's about it. And the mark. And the helm. It's alright. I've seen better, I've seen worse. Okay, that armor set is decent. But yeah, this is where you can kind of buy stuff. Quests is very important. Here is where you'll want to take a look at what you have to do to progress through stories and missions. So in this case, I have to go speak with Eva Levante in the tower. So we'll head there now. One way to do that is by going to the World tab. And you have all of these various locations that you can head to. You do have the ability to hit up Vanguard, Gambit, and Crucible still, instead of having to go through the portal for Crucible. So if I click on the tower here, I need to go see Ava, and apparently Master Rahul has something for me as well, so we'll head there. Once you track a quest in the quest tab, you can see that it will have a marker as to where you are supposed to go or where you are heading. Oh, I actually need to talk with Zur. Okay. So here's another example. I need to speak with Shao Han in the Cosmodrome. If I track that, I go to World, Destinations. I can see I got a pin here. Thank you for loading in at the most inopportune time. Thank you very much. Alright, so Destinations, Cosmodrome, you can see I got a pin there. And there he is. Pulsing in green. That's Learning Light steps. You obviously can hit the landing zone right there in order to get to him. So, it's kind of how to go about that. But since we're in the tower, let's go speak with Ava and see what she needs from us.
Let's get started.
Alright. New quest line. Alrighty, and Master Rahul has something for me.
What cipher is this?
Oops. I don't need those, thank you very much, though. And I'm actually going to... Alright, 270, thanks. Actually going to equip the illustrious stuff, the Solstice armor, because I'm trying to make a new build with the Solstice items. Receive healing, temporary grants. So let's increase flinch resistance. Okay, so there you go. There's the armor set for the illustrious armor. Because I have 3 pieces equipped, I only get the 2-piece one, not the 4-piece. Okay. So because I equipped those, I actually want to work on the drip here. So here's where I'll work on the drip. I want to have, I believe it's, what shader is it? Mercury Vex Chrome. Okay. So I have to go all the way over here. Pardon me. Mercury Vex Chrome, excuse me again. And let's equip a good helm for it. I actually do like the Pathfinder helm is alright. Oh, Great Hunt. Yes, the Darth Vader one. Thank you, Bungo and Star Wars collab. Let's see, what other ones are there? Incandescent helm. Not too many good ones, unfortunately. I don't know what to do. We'll just stick with this. It's a nice basic one. That is good. That's good. These need the Vex Chrome, which is right here. And we will do, these are my favorites. Where do they go? I think I actually need to unlock them. Hold on. Does it? Yes, these. Okay. So I have Synthweed template. I'll show you how to get those here in a second. Synthweed templates are what you use to unlock, as you just saw, various ornaments. And then we'll do Vex Chrome again here. Whoops. That's new that they actually have it hold your page for you. Yes, we'll do that one. Unless there's a different one. Iron Intent. I actually do like that. Is that the seasons? It is. I actually do like that mark. That mark is pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold on to that mark, honestly. That looks pretty good. Alright, so there we go. So there's how I'm looking. So let's say I wanted to do a different shader, but I wanted to apply it to all pieces instead of just one at a time. I can do that here. I actually want to look at one of the other Vex Chrome ones. Precursor Vex Chrome? No, because I liked the Mercury Vex Chrome. Ooh, that's white. Yeesh. Alright, we'll just do Mercury Vex Chrome. That's a nice one. Alright, so I'm done here. Pool doesn't have anything for me, but he does have ability to exchange materials. Alright, Synth Weaves. You go to the tower, you hit up the Onyx. 801 is the one that you will want to look for in order to get Synth Weaves for those ornaments. And she is over here. One. All right.
Welcome back.
So here you have the ability to acquire bounties, and as you can see, the bounty is random objective, but you get the armor synthesis materials once you complete it. So once you complete that and claim it in the quest tab, you'll see here I've got some of those threader bounties already. We just need to do a Vanguard up, it looks like. But once I claim that, I will get that material. And the material, you can see, requires 100 synth cord. I obviously interact here, and it will give me the synth weave so I can unlock that.
Then what?
Shh. Okay, so again, once I acquire that synth weave, I can then go into that that ornament space and unlock ornaments. Alright, so that's about it there. Let me track that. Let me check the portal. Fire team. Yeah, we'll do this one. Why not? Here we go. Hoping everything is making sense right now. There's a lot to Destiny 2. Dropping frames on stream.
So, what's our plan?
Despite our best efforts, the Vex gate within remains active thanks to Eramis. Destroying it loses us a vital link to the Vex. A story for another time, perhaps. For now, we need to focus on stopping any further incursions from the portal.
Understood. We'll take care of it.
No, my boy! As you can see, bottom left-hand corner, you will see you got the grenade, the melee, and the ability. That is where those stats came into play. Something different in the heavy slugs. I don't know what solar thing to run. We'll do this. And then we'll do this. So once again, I equip the item, Or I inspect it, and I infuse. Alright, there we go. Now I've got a rapid RPG on my...
Here we are again, cleaning up another of Clovis Bray's messes.
Be sure to remind him of that next time you see the bastard. He's the reason all this is here in the first place. The darkness told him to build the portal. It's his fault the Vex invaded. His fault so many people died. I did everything I could to help. It still wasn't enough.
There's no use in quantifying the help you give. Any amount is enough. You've done far more than most.
And it's only just begun, little light.
Kids are freaking 90% speedrunning. I'm gonna get pulled here. Yep. There we go. Teammates out. Golly, those sunspots are just the worst. Okay, let's go like this. Just at least a little bit of cover. Ow, really? I'm not going to worry about the solar right now. I'm just going to do this. Because, yeesh. Pardon me. boss fight time. Hello.
We reached the border.
You know what to do.
Space chickens out of here. Where's another one? Is there another one? We gotta finish this guy up here yet. Alright. So there we go. That's kind of the basic gist behind, repeated damage, so just enjoy an increased rate. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually not an awful roll. Alright, I gotta commend these guys. You got the drip. You're great to play with. Cool. So yeah, that is the basic gist of Destiny 2. More or less. Ooh. Let's see here. Yeah. I just need to continue going to actually keep getting the solstice stuff, the illustrious equipment, because that stuff is insane with solar. I have a fantastic build on my hunter and my warlock both, and so the titan is in need of one. Let's see. I want to run some different stuff, so let's do a void one. Or do I do no, I'm gonna keep with prismatic. Okay. Let's do... Okay, unstoppable is yes. Let's do a different bit. Although, I do like this hand cannon. This exotic hand cannon's really nice. I do need a better LFR. I need to upgrade that as well. So let's bring this over and this over. That's the wrong LFR. This one, I want that one. Thank you. So if you're wondering why items are just appearing and disappearing in my inventory, that's because on my other window, I have a DIM, or Destiny Inventory Manager, or Item Manager, that allows me to literally look at all of the items that I have in my characters or the vault, and I can move items in and out of the vault and mark items as ones that I want to keep or not. So that kind of jazz. This is actually not the LFR I was hoping for either. It's this one. That one is what I want. We will store that one and that one again, and we will up this one. And we will actually store... Actually... I might actually want to see what I can do with this one, because it might have a nice set of stats that I can unlock when it gets to level 11 or something. Okay, jolting feedback's actually quite nice. I like that better than the frickin' 236 one here. We'll move that one over, although it is marked for infusion. Okay. This one is nice though, so I'm gonna mark that for keeping. Just so you guys can see, I might actually have to do that real quick. TV. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. That's the It's named completely differently, but it's okay. So if we look in DIM here, this is Destiny Inventory Manager. I highly recommend getting or using this because it allows you to check out items and whatnot. This is not mandatory. This is completely third party, completely separated from Destiny and Bungie. However, it does ask you for your Bungie's information, your Bungie account information, so that way it can actually populate all of your items and whatnot. So use this sparingly and with caution. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That's how I'm able to move items in and out of my character without any issues. Pretty flawlessly, or going into the actual vault. When I mention vault, you'll notice here in the bottom corner it says vault. This is where all of those items are. So if I see got Witherhoard at 227, if I go to here, Witherhoard 227. So that's just an example of what DIM can do. And it's a little bit easier to take care of stuff here than it is actually in Destiny. So yeah. Boom. And then you also have the ability to do companion apps too. So there you go. This is also very helpful. You can even... Oh, actually, DIM is a part of it. Never mind. I take that back. It is attached. Huh. Wow. That's it's a Bungie approved application. I stand corrected. Do not mind me. But yeah, there you go. Alright, quests. What do I have? I need to get more souls to Saloy. Fantastic. World. I can actually probably not do that. I don't need to do that right now. I can unlock that. I do want to do a solo. This. Oh, wait. Nope. Customize. I gotta change that. Because I am not that leveled up yet. What am I missing? Oh, I'm just... Gotcha. Okay, hold on. Let's do some inventory management while we're thinking about it. I don't have much to manage, though. You know what? Let's do this then. Yeah, we can junk you. I have 2 Saint helmets for some reason. Okay. That's the Illustrious. Those are the chest pieces. These are the legs and the cloud. Okay, let's see. 62 or 53? Definitely 62. So this one I'm just going to lock for now. And I'm going to infuse 69. So yeah, I can do that. Cool. Just to help get that power level up. I will unlock that because I will likely end up getting a new one. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to actually play some I need to do one more Vanguard strike, so let's do that real quick. Okay. And the reason I need to do one more Vanguard strike is in my quest tab with the bounty. The Thritter bounty. I have to do one more. I've already done the Arc. I've already done 3 of the 4 Vanguard ones. I just need to do one more. So that's why we're doing that. Actually, I'm going to boost that one up to 236. Because I do like this LFR. I actually don't know if I've used this one yet. We'll do that for now. We'll use that perk for now. here we go. What strike is this one? If it'll load. Here we go.
It is a new day, young wolf.
Let's go. We don't need to fight those kids. We've got other things to do. Way to reload this weapon is just to switch it off and back on again. Going down.
Zivo-Roth's battle song emboldens her soldiers. End it.
Where is it? Oi, solo. There we go. everybody.
Submine vault's locked down tight, but the maintenance shafts are just big enough to fit you and all that armor. Happy crawling.
I never knew there was a submine housed in Europa. Neither did the Vanguard's archives. Which submine is this?
I had the same question. Turns out it's not really a submine, not in the traditional sense. It's more like a foundational AI framework they all use.
Ow, that hurts. Not want you to go up there anymore? Can you go up there? Oh, you have to like thread the needle. Oh, jeez. It's the Shrieker.
Guardian, get gouging.
But why? Oh my god.
could have helped during the Dark Age. Why hide all this away instead of using our legacy to better humanity?
Humanity's betterment is a vehicle, an indirect consequence of parallel actions. It advances in the shadow of individuals. My shadow.
It really is all about you.
We are all propelled by selfishness. Even you,
I
even
like
now.
that drip. That's
It is
pretty
why
sick.
you came to me.
Okay. So, now that I've completed the bounty, it's time for me to head to the tower and go see Ada. I don't need that helm, thank you. Oh, wait, I did need that helm to freaking... I'm stupid, it's fine. I need to get myself to at least 200, at least. So I can do this. At least to start. That's 268. What is that? Oh, that's the mark contest. I see. Okay, so the illustrious mark is what I have. I have the illustrious greaves. I need the chest, the arms yet, and I have the helm. Okay. The reason I want all 5 pieces instead of 4 is because of just in case I want to use a different exotic armor. I have the ability to actually keep that 4-piece bonus.
Welcome. In need of a new threader?
Yes. That's why I claim that bounty. And deposit the synth cord. And I now have the threader. So now I'm gonna actually
Hello
just
again.
burn through... Oh, there's no more Vanguard bounties. That sucketh a little bit. It's alright. Let's see. Alright. I just need to run, I think... I need to run... 5 more to get Solstice. Okay. Right on. Actually gonna grab 3rd iteration because I need to complete that challenge. I'm also gonna infuse it with something really up there. In that case, I'm gonna take off. Actually gonna equip that. There we go. Okay. So I equip that and infuse it with the Snippy. Cool. So I also needed to defeat targets in order to get the... Oh, a weakening blast? That's what that does. That's cool. Let's see. Does Discord have a notification? Hello. If you can hear me, hello. Let's see here. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end the recording bit, at least right here. I hope the basic gist of D2 makes sense. What's up, Doc? I didn't realize you were in chat until just now. Glad you were here. I just completed a Destiny 2 for Dummies. Can you think of anything that might need to be added, Doc? I covered the character. I covered these tabs up here. I covered the portal. I need to go here. Let's cover the portal and the director. I don't know if there's anything more that I need to cover. this little place, which is behind my camera, with the people, shows you who's where. Yeah, I don't think there's much more I need to cover with the Destiny 2 for Dummies, but maybe your boy Doc has a different take or question. Let's see what I got in Postmaster. Oh.
Confirmed. By Name Guardian.
Did I actually get joined, or was that an invite? That wasn't an invite. I think he actually did. Done no more. I feel like I butchered that name. I apologize if you can hear me. Because typically you can see the green dot. Oh, he's by Hawthorne. They're by Hawthorne. Let's see here. That's pretty funny. This misadventure person too. Intro to dungeons versus raids. Get best power. I did the power grind. Ooh, power grind. Actually, thank you for reminding me, Doc. Definitely do videos on best weapons for fictional events for noobs. That's something I can get into in other videos. Best weapons and whatnot. Honestly, when it comes to weapons and abilities and whatnot, it's up to play style. For me, I don't use grenade launchers or SMGs all that much. I much prefer scout rifles, pulse rifles, ARs, that kind of thing. So weapon-wise, it's typically up to play style. In regards to dungeons versus raids, dungeons are probably the best if you have a large group that you want to run. Like in this case, I have a clan. We're trying to get our clan to raid levels. Raids are very difficult. A lot of them require 6 people, a full fire team of 6 in order to complete the encounters. But they're extremely fun. If you have a great group of people, it's a lot of fun. I miss raiding with my old clan, so I'm super honored to have Doc invite me. You probably are going to encounter him in other videos down the road, but I'm super thankful for Doc for inviting me. I look forward to doing extra raids and actually being a Sherpa this time, so it'll be an interesting take. Usually I was the one being Sherpa'd. So dungeons are like mini raids, I guess, for the lack of a better term. They only require 3 people, only a maximum of 3 people, and sometimes you can even get away with one-manning them. So, yeah, that's the difference between dungeons and raids. Dungeons, if you go to destinations, dungeons will be things like with that little emblem there. So for Europa, looks like the one has a higher or in rotation for more stuff is Vesper's Host. And then looks like you got some campaign stuff I could do too at some point. Here's a raid, for example, the Deepstone Crypt. Fantastic raid. I've played it once or twice before. Super fun. I want to do it more. And then you have things like strikes on the map as well if you wanted to do that particular one. You have lost sectors, which are all over the map. So you got this one here, for example, and this one here. But this one is like the master difficulty, so you can get higher rewards, as you can see there. These little emblems are special chests, region chests. They typically have a higher drop rate of equipment and whatnot. They are on the harder side to find, but not too bad. And then, so I got dungeons and raids. Perfect, yeah. Power leveling. So here's what I did. I'm gonna actually back out to here real quick to kind of show you guys what I ended up doing. So when this expansion dropped firsthand, all of your characters are at the lowest level. What I did is I ran my Titan first to go through the campaign and get that leveling going. The best way to quickly get your other characters level up is to do the one that you don't want to do or won't use the most first. So that way you get a head start on those weapons. So let's see if I can't bring this up again. Oops. Here we go. So all of these weapons here, a lot of them, I actually acquired during my time as a Titan. So a lot of these weapons, you'll notice how they're like 250s already. I have these sitting in my vault ready to be infused because when I went to my hunter or warlock, I was able to immediately get my weapons up to power level. The only issue is you do have to grind to get your armor up to that level too. But once you get the weapons going, it will automatically boost you by a significant margin. So I definitely recommend using your high light level weapons on low level characters. So that way that light level gets boosted. So as you can see here, because I've been playing on my hunter and warlock more recently, I have my weapons matching, more or less, matching the power level, 250s, 260s, minus that, but I have plenty of 250s here. If I scroll down to armor, you'll notice I'm still at 196 and 200s for armor. So I have some work to do to actually get my Titan up to the proper light level for armor, which is why that light level is so low, 227, compared to my warlock, for example, at 258. That's because my armor is in 260s and my weapons is also 250s, 260s. So, because if I didn't have as high light level weapons, like if I threw that 219 on, my light level would drop significantly because it's a lower light level weapon. So the higher the light level, the higher the rank, or the higher the light level for your new drops will end up being. You'll already see I got a 270 here waiting for me once I finalize my build. So that's probably the best way to get your other characters leveled up. Probably the easiest way. All right, so Doc ended up saying, Chiro for one of every event, hands down. Let your peeps know. Welcome Raiders to. Yes. Okay, I got you, Doc. I got you now. So what Doc is basically saying is, if you are very interested in playing Destiny 2 and that you think this guide is helpful and want to get into Destiny 2, please feel free to join. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Please feel free to join the MK Ultras choir of one for every event, hands down. Okay, so he's particular to a very particular weapon. Choir of one is an exotic, it is an energy, and it is a void AR, which is over here. I think. Here it is, yep. So Doc loves this weapon. It's very hard to get a hold of as of right now if you're early level, but if this is something that you aspire to get a hold of, I can try and figure out a way to give you guys information how to get that. But yes, if you're interested in D2 and want to maybe participate in dungeons or raids with a group, MK Ultras are here to help. We can definitely Sherpa, Doc says. Yes. Doc and I have been in the Destiny 2 game for quite a bit and are more than willing to help Sherpa people. So yeah. I think that's it. When it comes to Destiny 2 for Dummies, it's an hour and 20-minute video, so. Doc, any final regards while you're in the stream chat? If not, I will end the recording, and I'll keep the stream. Perfect. All right. I will get this Destiny 2 for Dummies recording out in the near future. But in that case, in that regard, final words. Definitely leave comments in this video if you thought this was helpful or not. If you want more content like this, that are kind of like walkthroughs of games and whatnot, definitely let me know, please. I want to make sure I'm being as helpful as possible to everybody. So, all right. That being said, like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you feel led to do, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Stream we will be continuing, but the recording, bye friends.